Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is the Retro Review. Well, it's actually the Punishment Review for us tying. It will be Starrcade 1985. Of course, I'm Patch Young. This guy to my right is taking my sloppy seconds. Jim Anita.
Starrcade 1985, date November 28th, 1985. Locations, Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia. Commentators, Bob Kudell and Tony Schiavone. This is a show that had two different locations, each with 6 matches, and each with a main event in Atlanta, we had the rematch of the Producer show with Flair vs. Dusty, of course. The others perhaps the best match in Starrcade history, as Tully Blanchard meets Bang together in a steel cage I quit match. That is sure sells the card, they look stacked, I guess, for an NWA, so let's get to it. We open with a shot of a big disco ball. Okay.
Yeah, there is odd cinematography and odd choices throughout the show.
This is called a gathering, for no apparent reason. The lighting is awful. You can barely see Bob Kudell and Tony Schiavone. We throw to Johnny Weaver, who keeps looking at the cue card he's reading from, which is odd to say. Other than the TV title, everything's online tonight. We open in Greensboro, the home of Starrcade. The national anthem plays and we're ready to go. Mid-Atlantic title, Sam Houston versus Crusher Khrushchev. Crusher is more commonly known as Smash of Demolition. So we'll go with that name for him, as it's easier to spell. The title is vacant at this point due to a guy named Buzz Tyler leaving the territory. So this is a tournament final. The referee's in yellow, for no apparent reason.
Yeah. If those of you remember, he actually gave this pay-per-view to me on a pay-per-view I lost months ago. So I in revenge, I gave it back to him that end so we can actually have more of a discussion about it.
The ring looks rather small for some reason. Perhaps it could be that it is small. Both guys are right here, and so that looks a bit odd. They're going power versus speed here, as Houston is a time man to say least. The commentary has some long spaces and no talking at all. Crowd's a bit deceased at this point. Smash was always good at making noise during the matches. The evil Russian is dominating here. Mind you that's the Minnesota form of Russian. No, whatever. We have Russian beer hug of Julie. Sam hits his only move, the bubble, with the flows on ropes. Smash hits his move, the Russian sickle. Running clothesline, but not quite. As Sam gets his on the ropes, the referee misses it. Evil Russian wins. Is it across this again to open match on the biggest show of the year? This was rather boring to say the least, and not a lot came of it. Smash win was the right move, as there was no point to having a guy size of Houston pick up. Not terrible, but I see far better. D+.
Yeah, my grade 4 was a D.
Now to Atlanta. Let's just say otherwise, and then use alternate. Manny Fernandez versus Abdullah Butcher. This is a Mexican death match. Meaning you get the pin, and then there's a 10 count. The other guy has to answer, and if you can't get up, the match is over. I said meaning. Manny's stereotypical of a Mexican, as you can answer. He trained R-Truth, which is his biggest claim to fame.
Wow.
Okay, screw the 10 count, though. It's a hat on a pole match instead. Okay, then.
Yep.
Seriously, you just gotta climb up and get the hat to win.
Yeah, that's no joke.
Butcher jumps in before the bell, so we're all for early. The lighting is again crap, as we have no commentary at this point. Tony again is looking for difficulties, and then they come back. Manny's busted about 30 seconds into this. They really need to work on their pauses talking. Manny uses his boot as we continue this annoying southern theme and another. Abdullah goes up the ropes and really funny looking. Amazingly, he's bleeding too. We will figure this out. Manny continues to just take clothes off and uses them to fight Abdullah. Sure, why not? So Manny's down in socks and no belt. That works, I guess. Manny hits the flying burrito. Really? To knock Butcher to the ropes. Okay, the suplex on Butcher was cool looking. I'll give him that much. Manny goes for the hat. Seriously, a hat. And gets a fork to the balls. Apparently the NWA is now CZW. Another burrito, which is like forearm, in case you didn't know. And a clothesline puts Butcher down, and he just climbs up and gets that. Okay then. It was a pretty decent brawl in there somewhere. But the hat was really freaking left field. It was barely just violet. Still though, it came off different. The Big Man versus Little Man stuff did work, so there. F. No.
Yeah, it was enough for me too.
Hat, really for real. That's what I found. Like, back in
Mexican death match apparently means sombrero on a pole.
Back in Greensboro, Khrushchev, or Smash, says he's happy and thanks his fellow Russians for helping. His whole lack of accent is rather funny. Ron Bass versus Black Bar. This is a Texas Bull Rope match, where if Bass wins, he immediately gets the same match with Bart's manager, James J. Dillon. Dillon's in one of those tuxedo shirts that I want.
Well, I'll get your tuxedo shirt
Thank
for
you.
your birthday next year.
This is right around the time the Horsemen came together, so there's a solid chance Dillon's with them again. In every match so far, one of the guys has been from Texas. Ron Bass is weird. I'm not sure the rules are using here, but I'll bet it's the four corners version, and Brawl again, those is pins. Bart is bleeding. Inside a few seconds, this is really just a brawl with the rope involved. Both guys are already busted, and we're sitting in silence again. Dillon looks really young here, to say the least. Bart's in trouble here, as the winner is pretty clear, I think. I never like these matches, as the bell and rope are such regional things, and they're just annoying. The problem here is that things slow down a lot instead of just having straight fighting. I get the idea of it, but at the same time, it's just taking too long. Also, why are there two cowboys in the same match? I don't get that either.
It's the South in 1985.
Okay, they used to be partners, so there you go. There's that explanation. From out of nowhere, a bell shot from the top ends it. Dillon takes his shirt off over here. I hate this, but then again, I hate bull rope matches that don't have Singer and Vader in them. So there we are. Then it came out of nowhere, and it told like commentary hurts just a lot. It just makes MC interested, which is not a good thing at all. Boring fight compared to the previous one.
It was enough for me too as well.
Ron Bass versus James J. Dillon. This is max 5 minutes, as per the rules. Dillon, the manager, jumps up fast. And beside Calvin Bull, ignore how little sense that makes. He cowboys up, and that's beatdown time. And a lone beat, and the referee goes down. Bart comes in with a pile driver and pulls Dillon top for the loop pay. Too short here. But the book of well make sense then. As Bass got to beat on him, and then went on losing to heel shenanigans. I can't live with that.
I didn't realize it's too short. I actually gave it an F+. Because I remember being more entertained by this match than the first one.
Back to Atlanta for arm wrestling. Yes, Billy Graham versus Barbarian. As they continue arguing over who the strongest wrestler is. Needless to say, Graham is the face here. And there's going to be a regular match too. This is for $10,000 also. Okay. They do it left-handed. Barbarian have left-handed. That makes sense. Now, if you don't know how this is going to go, you have no business watching the show or listen to this review. And there are two comeback scramblings. Billy Graham versus Barbarian, sure, why not? I'm not sure I get the point here, but whatever. I finished the first match where neither is from Texas. Naturally, it's a big power match and a little more. Graham just a beer hug and has his arms cold pipe fawns. And there's Barbarian's manager from DQ. Graham is bleeding other than the opener. That's happened in every match, I think. This was like 2 minutes long, so what do you want to say now? Graham was about to get like 10 years older, in about a year or two, as he would get to WWF. Again, and just be crippled by steroid abuse over years. And
well, it was ended up being too short.
yeah.
For some reason, I gave it a grade and put the F.
National title. Tyree Taylor versus Buddy Landau. The national title was just the title of the Georgia territory and not a real national belt. You have to remember that this is a bunch of promotions having big matches at once and not one company having one show. Imagine if the NCAA and older conferences had like their televisions seen on the same place. That's what this is. There you go.
Okay.
I don't know what that person is supposed to. Yeah, somehow I knew that. That's why.
Apparently.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is like. It would be unified with the U.S. title. I about you. Landau was a guy that was good but not great. He was a guy you could bring in and count and have a decent feud match and go away. The problem with the form they're using is that causes the match just to be a bit disjointed. What I mean is everything's a big match. It's hard to have a bruiser or anything. It's really Super Show was both good and bad at the same time. There's nothing really told me on this. I mean, seriously, we're 9 minutes in and a handful of things I was interested in to talk about. There's nothing to make fun of either. Taylor goes for his superplex finisher, but Dylan, how many people does he freaking manage? Swings his leg out so that he falls backwards so Landell can get the pin and win the title. We'll ignore that Taylor will win the same had the move hit. Landell will be fired in about a month for drove juice, so Dusty was just getting the title. This is the textbook example of a match that's just there. It's not particularly good or bad, it just exists. There's no way to play it. No, that's not much, but it's a lot of dots. See?
I just gave it a C-.
National tag titles. Billy Jack Haynes and Wahoo McDaniel versus Arn Anderson and Ole Anderson. Yes, it's the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, so the A's were also for us on the Faces. Challengers holding 4 tag titles at this point. Again, these are the Georgia tag belts, not actual national titles. Hayes, you may know as the guy who fought Hercules at WrestleMania 3. Wahoo knew like 2 moves and both were chops, so there you are. Be realistic here. Who do you really think is going to win? This is formula stuff where the Faces get in trouble and fighting back to get out of it. It works so well, why change it? Oh, I guess. And Ole trips Wahoo, so Arn can't pin him. These pins are coming out of freaking nowhere. It's getting right along. Not bad here, really. It was just wait for Anderson to get an easy title defense, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hopefully, anyone believe they'll win the champions and everything, which is okay too. Similar by the book matches at times is the best I did go with. C+.
Yeah, I gave it a C. I actually relatively enjoyed this one.
Landell's in the back with Dylan and Weaver, who's really bad here. Landell's called the top man Dylan Sable. That's saying a lot. Don't forget he's not the person yet. Landell says he's the world's national heavyweight champion. No wonder he was fired. U.S. title Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA.
Before you get this, I just want to ask you something. When I was watching it, I remember like I would look away at one point, like look at my phone, look at the time on the wall or whatever. And when I would always look back, someone would be bleeding.
Oh yeah.
What, did that happen with you?
Oh no, so far it was the opener and the Billy Bryan Barbera match where nobody bled. There's blood every other match.
Yeah. That is actually a fact.
On next U.S. title, Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA. Speaking of blood,
Yeah.
it's short screw everything else in the history of Starrcade. This is done as a great match in the history of show period. End of story argument. Okay, some more or less this idea is culture clash. Tully's considered a wrestler's wrestler. He's the epitome of the rich guy that told jerk everyone, but no one can beat him. Magnum's from the South, rides on a Harley, drinks beer instead of champagne, and is a fighter known for 2 things: a heck of a right hand and the sickest belly to belly to side Brock Lesnar. For months upon months, these two guys going at each other.
You can make a good Southern advocate in the NWA.
That
that was a good monikers for TA
and Tully.
and Tully.
For months upon months, these two are going at each other. But there's never been the definitive match. Everyone knew what would come on Thanksgiving night, and here we are. But when it's on Thanksgiving night. The build for this is off the charts. It's also a cage and I quit match. A match between a guy considered to be the top technical man wrestling and a pure redneck where you win by submission. Just goes to show you that even the best angles, such as Brett and Austin, aren't always original. Also, this is a more violent match than that one. So there you are.
Yes.
Magnum is introduced as the vastly popular Magnum TA. That's understatement.
It's kind of weird to announce somebody as that too.
Yes. Hey, they hit the lights so we can see. The fans pop like crazy over a single punch. They helped this match a lot as they watched the build for about a year or so. It's a jewel for them. They slug it out the start. I'm glad there's no commentary here, as is not needed. And of course, Bob Cudell gets knocked out. The people here are popularizing the fans, so they more or less do what really. This is a match result brawl, and that's all it should be. Tully's bleeding in the face and the arm, which is stuff you hardly receive as working for me. Magnum being smart goes for arm, Magnum is bleeding too. The microphone they had to say they give up to is finally brought into play, and we get the famous sequences as Tully screams at him to say it, and when he says no, Tully blasts him with the microphone. So simple, they're so effective. They do it again, and Magnum's in big trouble. He dodges an elbow drop, and the fans explode. You would think he just won title. Tully won't give up either. But Mike Hughes is what I like about this. It makes perfect sense to have that in the ring with them rather than seeing things You didn't sell matches at times. But both guys on their knees, they just have thrown bombs at each other. Tully's getting ready first and loses his cool. Baby Doll, Tully's manager, throws a one cheer and just broke out. And it just broke out. Tully uses a piece of driving to hit Magnum, but it doesn't work. Magnum gets the spike and drives into Tully's eye for the submission. Tully screaming in pain. Haters over, makes that whole thing you know. Just an epic fight here with tons of blood and straight violence. This is how you blow up a feud. Go watch this match. It's absolutely classic. A+.
I ended up giving it just a minute.
Miss Elena Lively and Jimmy Valiant versus Midnight Express. This is a street fight, and it's E and a Condry, in case the old school fans are wondering what version of Midnight Express. Lively is Ryan Garvin in drag, so this has F written all over it.
This is actually the match I wanted you to review.
Somehow Garvin is the better wrestler on his team. Which says a lot coming from me. The Express are in tuxedos for no apparent reason. Cornette is at his best here. And a face manager's named Big Mama. Kill me now, please. Cornette is cracking me up, saying both of them may be men, but they both may be women, but he's not sure. Valiant is one of those guys who came WrestleMania on Major Push anyway. It's over, so there we are. Condry's busted open. This should be Bloodfest instead of The Gathering.
Yeah.
Someone has.
There's a lot of blood.
Someone has power and has value with it. This was the 1980s, so it's likely spear cocaine. They tried to get Garvin's clothes off. I have no idea what the point of this is supposed to be. Garvin takes the racket to the top of the head. Rock on violence against a woman. Garvin is wearing heels and pins Bobby Eaton. So a woman and a guy that is more known for his beard and his ability beat one of the best teams ever. Sure, why not? Post-match, they struck Cornette to his boxers. Take me now, please.
I think when I did the review, I said it's the best running Garvin match I've ever seen.
I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but I completely feel in my eyes. This is not only boring, was crap too. Granted, there was zero tail on one side, and a lot on the other, but whatever. At least it was sure F+. To make it the best Ryan Garner match I've ever seen.
No, I didn't even give it an F+, I just gave it an F. And just said it was the best running Garvin match I've ever seen.
Magnum cuts a great promo, told him how he'll be a fight champion. He seems like he did have a ton of potential, from what I see from so far. And the main tag titles. Rock and Roll Express versus the Wolves. This is an occasion as well, and it's the ending of the Greensboro part now. For some reason, the tag team title, for some reason, the U.S. title match wasn't the main event in Greensboro. These two feud for the better part of ever in the 80s, and this is Jen Noble to it. The Rock and Roll Express are, of course, way over as you expect them to be. They're also challengers here. They're tagging here, so this should be fun. This is the Rock and Roll Express since 1980s. Do you explain what happens here? Oddly enough, Gibson's in there most of the time. Not important. This is another of those matches where there's little I can say about. Khrushchev and Don Kernudel are the seconds here. Referee is done again. Morton finally just tagging as usual. Silva has some roll for pin titles. The Russians beat them up even more after their match. It's hard to mess up in a Rock and Roll Express match if their opponents are at least passable. And the Russians were indeed passable here. This was trying to serve as a way to get the match to pop for them in Greensboro. This was a good match that serves purpose really well. It's another classic or anything like that. But final one was B-.
I just gave it a C. I thought it exactly what you thought, but I didn't think it was as good.
And main event, NWA World Heavyweight Title, Ric Flair versus Dustin Rhodes. Like anyone else but these two, they didn't event. Flair and Sarah come out to that music, because I'm sure perfect. The double C things made sense. As a Greensboro, Flair got the biggest pop in the night. Dusty's listed as 275. God rest your soul, Dusty, but I don't think he's 275 at this point. He looked bigger than I normally see him.
Yeah.
The big old belt isn't there yet, so this has happened because Dusty helped Flair, and then the team will become a horse and jammer, but Dusty's laid down. Dusty, of course, dominates early on. For me, I could kind of see the problem here. Flair could allegedly wrestle a broom to a big grade. The expression you might hear is 3.5 stars. but screw Meltzer's star system. He did this against Flair at very basic way of working the match. He controls the Gunner's comeback, shot to the knee, Flair works the knee for 8 minutes. Face fix, comeback, finish. How many times have you seen that match, and how many times has it been at least good? The idea was that you won't always see classic, but you will hardly ever feel that. You will hardly ever, if ever, will see a bad Flair match. Everyone but Dusty got the idea when he was booking, and Flair's one worked on near perfection. Dusty insisted that they use his method, which is at times was to make Dusty look good and use a lot of wrestlers. It did work for Dusty though, but not for everyone else, and it's very boring. Flair goes to the knee and Dusty is the 4. Dusty tries to inject psychology into his match, which translates into the right now in 5 minutes. Dusty works on Flair's knee, and I use that term loosely. Flair can't suplex Dusty, and Dusty lays down again. Let's do a sleeper any more time where we don't want to have anything to do for Dusty. Dusty lunges for the corner breakout. Dusty was lazy on the stack here. I was kind of a lazy stack here. He just didn't do nothing with it. He just had the one guy grabs out, guy's head stabs, hits the term stack here. The other guy head forward with the guy team who jumps. Dusty just lays his arm forward. Dusty hits his elbow and lays down again. Dusty comes off of the title cross after 2. Flair should get the title right. Flair, I don't know, for me, Flair, I'm just thinking. Dusty does his punches and misses kicks and knees down again. Ain't credit. I will give Flair credit, he was bumping for his ass. One thing you might notice that the 3-4 Flair used in this match is it's on the wrong leg. The straight leg was the one in pain, and not the cross one. Dusty manages to reverse without ever seeing pain. Everybody wasn't looking though, so I was kind of pissed about that. Cue the Future Horseman. Dusty gets his for 4-1, and there you are. It's Iron All in case you're wondering. And that's nothing else. Dusty gets the roll up on 4 for a pin. It's traditionally called small package, of course, but they call it a roll. A bunch of wrestlers, including Billy Graham, come out to carry Dusty on his shoulders. Post-match, Dusty says he'll be champion for a little time, and then Yasser sends us off. Actually, that's not the case, though.
That isn't the case.
Dusty's title reign is a count on the next TV show, as he was stripped of the title due to the referee being down and the other referee count pin. That's what I didn't like about the match. Dusty managed to do a Dusty finish on the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what happened? They did this at Mania. The backlash will be off the charts. Anyway, that's the end of the show. D. Just disappointed with the match.
I actually disagreed. I actually didn't. I actually liked the match for what it was. But yeah, I did agree with you on the other stuff. But I was pretty much. But when I did the review, it was pretty much based on just literally the show alone, just to see how I would enjoy an NWA pay-per-view.
Right. Okay.
That's literally how I went into it as, and I actually found quite a bit of enjoyment in it.
Yeah, I go back and forth. My overall, I gave it a B+, though. That was my overall for that match. The D.
The pay-per-view?
The D was for the Dusty Flair match.
Yeah.
My overall's a B+.
Yeah, I only gave it a C.
Because I think I will enjoy watching more now.
Yeah.
The thing is, either ending well on me, nothing. That came factoring into the great show. The show's solid all around, minus some little portion in the middle. Tell Shay Shay's B-Man's work. This solid show some misses in there. Still down good. It felt like the biggest show of the year, which it was. Dusty Flair, that needs to go away. But definitely see I quit. Other than that, there's no much I'm seeing individually, but overall the card is well worth seeing. And come on next, we actually got to pick our pay-per-view for next week.
Yeah, yes we do.
And WrestleMania 7.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.